Second year class. How are you? Today's lecture that is about proteins, and we have to study from this second headings compounds of the conjugated proteins, that is on page number 277. In such type of the proteins, a protein portion that is attached with the non-protein group, it is called as prothetic group. For example, phosphoproteins are conjugated with phosphoric acid, and the lipoproteins are conjugated with lipid like lysine and cholesterol and fatty acids. Now next we move towards the derived proteins. These are the proteins which are derived from the simple and the compound or conjugated protein. Okay, and for example that proteolysis enzymes and peptones and oligopeptides and polypeptides. Based on their function, proteins may be classified as regulatory or hormonal proteins. Structural protein, these are the different types of derived proteins on the basis of their function. They may be hormonal proteins, structural proteins, or transport proteins, or genetic proteins. Structure of proteins, as far as concerned with the structure of the proteins, these are of three types: primary structure, secondary structure, and tertiary structure. Simple proteins, that is just like that, and peptide bond that are present in between the amino acids. Some proteins also possess and the fourth proteins are also present. There is a quaternary structure, protein structure that is in some cases that is very complicated. There is a quaternary structure. Okay, and the simple structure in which peptide bond that is present between the amino acids. And the secondary structure of protein is protein is the regular coiling or zigzagging of the polypeptide. Polypeptide chains called hydrogen bonding between this and this peptide acid near each other in the chain. The zigzag is the structure in the polypeptide chains in which amino acids that are linked together to the peptide bond, and there is a hydrogen bonding between this and this group. Therefore, there is a zigzag or the coiling structure. The quaternary structure is produced. The three-dimensional twisting folding of polypeptide chain result in the tertiary structure of the protein. Okay, three-dimensional structures, three-dimensional twisting and folding से the tertiary structure of proteins बनता है. Denature of protein, the structure of protein can be disrupted easily. As you know that the structure of protein, that is heat and acid, pH and they are pH very important. Specify pH and the heat for the regular functioning and for the regular structure of the protein. If the more heat or the change in pH will be occur, the proteins will convert it into the another form and it will be denatured. Okay, and under such condition the proteins undergo denature under the temperature and the changing of the protein. The most familiar example of the denature in the change takes place in the albumin, the principal component of egg white, which is cooked. Whenever it is cooked, it is denatured. In this particular case, change is irreversible. Okay, this type of the change, that is the chemical change. Importance of proteins, as we're concerned with the importance of proteins, there are a lot of importance of protein in our body, as for because the protoplasm mainly it consists of the protein, and that is which is the essences of all form of the lives. Nucleoproteins, which is the complexest proteins, and these are the responsible of the transfer of the hereditary material from one generation to another. Okay. And next is the enzyme, that is a very important thing. Enzymes, these are protein in nature, and they are responsible of speed up the catalytic biological reactions. These are very important to for the proceeding of the reaction which are present inside our body. Many proteins have specialized function. Hemoglobin, that is having the it having the such type of the structure which is responsible or to carry the oxygen inside the body. Okay. Insulin and some proteins are also hormone, have regulatory function, for example insulin and the thyroxine. As far as industrial concern, these are the concerning about our body, and this is the as far as protein concerning with at industrial level. It is used in the for leathering, made by the tanning of in the protein portion of the skin, that it proceeded from the tanning. Gelatin, that is this is the also the type of the protein which are used in the bakery products. These are derived from the bones, skins, and the tendons inside the water. And casein, that is also the types of the protein which is used to produce the buckles and the buttons. Okay, this is all about today's lecture. Inshallah, we will study about lipids in the next lecture. Okay, take care. Allah Hafiz.